Arcadian Vanguard presents The Wrestling News and your daily wrestling newscast for Sunday, July 13th, 2025. Good morning, I'm Mike Sempervive. Yesterday brought three major events from two major companies and three major brands as WWE presented Saturday night's main event, NXT presented the Great American Bash, and AEW presented All In Texas. It was a day that saw three AEW title changes, including Hangman Adam Page winning the world title, as well as Goldberg losing in his final match, a major injury to WWE's Seth Rollins, and several returns. We'll begin with Saturday night's main event, broadcast live on NBC and Peacock from the State Farm Arena in Atlanta. In the main event, World Heavyweight Champion Gunther turned back the challenge of 58-year-old Goldberg, putting him out with a sleeper hold at 14 minutes and 23 seconds.
The sleeper locked in on Goldberg. The sleeper's in. Goldberg won't tap. Gunther's going to have to pass Goldberg out here. Goldberg trying to fight back.
Grabbing anything he can, but that is 16 deep, and Goldberg now fading.
Goldberg is fading. Goldberg with one last gasp to break the sleeper. Goldberg fighting back, rolls to his belly. Gunther still with the sleeper locked in. Gunther's got it in good. Goldberg doesn't have anything left.
All that oxygen cut off, the blood cut off, and fading is Goldberg.
And Goldberg is out. Gunther retains.
After the match, Goldberg delivered a farewell address to the Atlanta crowd surrounded by supporters, including longtime head of WCW security Doug Dillinger, Ernest the Cat Miller, Diamond Dallas Page, and Josh Barnett. However, the speech was cut short when NBC cut away from the broadcast at 10 p.m. Eastern sharp. Seth Rollins sustained what is believed to have been a legitimate knee injury during his match with LA Knight, causing the finish to be changed on the fly, according to Mike Johnson, with Knight scoring a quick pinfall victory on Rollins, despite Rollins originally being scheduled to win the match. Jelly Roll once again became physically involved in a WWE angle as he helped Randy Orton fend off Logan Paul, only to be taken out with a Claymore kick by Drew McIntyre. Jelly Roll had been in Orton's corner for Orton's match against McIntyre, which Orton won with an RKO. Paul had been in McIntyre's corner.
And Jelly with a right hand! Jelly with a right hand! Paul down! Paul is down! Jelly Roll with a right hand! Ooh. Claymore by McIntyre to Jelly Roll as he was checking on a fallen Randy Orton.
What's going to happen to you? You step into my ring, you become a target.
Afterward, it was announced that Jelly Roll would be making his wrestling debut at SummerSlam, teaming with Orton to take on McIntyre and Paul. Also on the show, Solo Sikoa retained the United States title against Jimmy Uso, pinning him in 10 minutes and 49 seconds, thanks to outside interference from Tama Tonga, Tala Tonga, and Jayce Mateo. After the match, Sikoa and company continued the attack on Uso, only for Jacob Fatu to make the save. NXT's Great American Bash was presented live on Peacock and Netflix from the Center Stage Theater in Atlanta. In the main event, Blake Monroe, the former Mariah May, achieved victory in her first match since signing with WWE, teaming with Jordan Grace to defeat Fallon Henley and JC Jane, a Fatal Influence, in 16 minutes and 32 seconds. Obafemi was successful in defending the NXT title against Pro Wrestling Noah's Yoshiki Inamura, defeating him in 13 minutes and 19 seconds.
Briggs thought it was over.
Last minute.
Last minute.
Last second.
Split second. Nanosecond. But Briggs is screaming, go, go, go.
Briggs, get off the apron.
Briggs, 10. Oh, no, from behind. Yoshiki for the championship. Not again. Oba just able to kick out the last second. Right back in. Oh! Fall from Grace.
God.
In other title matches, Ethan Page retained the North American title in a Falls Count Anywhere match against Ricky Saints. In Women's North American champion, Sol Ruka retained against Izzy Dame. Also on the card, Javon Evans beat Jasper Troy. The show also featured a contract signing involving TNA World Champion Trick Williams and his two challengers for Slammiversary, Mike Santana and Joe Hendry, which ended with Hendry and Santana putting Williams through a table and then being jumped by Dark State.
Guys, Dark State's here! And out come the Wolves!
Knock it down.
And they're looking to feast on TNA. Hendry, Santana. Absolute chaos, madness, disorder, courtesy of Dark State. And we have seen Dark State arrive and destroy on TNA. Where Dark State goes, destruction follows.
AEW presented All In Texas live on pay-per-view from Globe Life Field in Arlington, Texas. As of 1 p.m. Eastern yesterday, WrestleTix had reported 25,671 tickets distributed for the event, which would mark an all-time AEW attendance record for the United States. In the main event, Hangman Adam Page became the new AEW World Champion, beating Jon Moxley in a Texas death match in 35 minutes and 53 seconds.
Hangman Adam Page. He's emotional. Tears in his eyes as he surveys the crowd, as he surveys the carnage. As the realization sets in. There it is!
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this match and new All In Wrestling World Champion,
The match saw the return to AEW television of Bryan Danielson and Darby Allin, with Allin rappelling from the rafters like Sting as the two men helped counter the outside interference of the Death Riders.
He's back from Mount Everest. He's descended from the top of Globe Life Field. And Mox has no clue. Well, now he does. And Darby Allin has returned to AEW.
Man, what a shot that was.
Well, timing's everything, and Hangman's timing was great.
Here he goes! Coffin drop from Darby! Woo!
The win marks Page's second AEW World title and ends Moxley's fourth reign as champion at 273 days. Mercedes Moné sustained her first loss since coming to AEW, following defeat to AEW World Women's Champion Toni Storm in 25 minutes and 11 seconds. Continental Champion Kazuchika Okada defeated International Champion Kenny Omega in 31 minutes and 5 seconds to become the unified champion. In the show's other title change, Dustin Rhodes won a four-way match against Daniel Garcia, Kyle Fletcher, and Rhodes' ROH World Tag Team Championship partner Sammy Guevara to take the vacant TNT Championship in 14 minutes and 23 seconds. The win marks Rhodes' first major singles title since last holding the WWF Intercontinental title in 1999. It also makes Dustin and Cody Rhodes the first brothers to hold championship gold in AEW. The TNT title had been rendered vacant due to injuries sustained by Adam Cole, who delivered an impassioned speech to the crowd earlier in the night, explaining that he would have to walk away from wrestling for a while and might be considering retirement. Adam Copeland also made his first AEW TV appearance since last year, running in to save Christian Cage after the patriarchy had turned on him.
Superstar is back, and he's not alone. He's got Spike in hand, and he is coming right out. Payback, baby! Yep. See you later, Nick. Yes. Hope about took Saban out of his shoes right there. The last time we saw Cope here in AEW, it was when FTR planted the proverbial knife right between his shoulder blades.
The turn happened after Cage and Nick Wayne were unsuccessful in their match against AEW World Tag Team Champions the Hurt Syndicate, who retained in a triple threat with the Patriarchy and Jet Speed. Also on the card, the Young Bucks lost their positions as AEW Executive Vice Presidents as part of a stipulation of losing their match to Swerve Strickland and Will Ospreay. In Casino Gauntlet match action, MJF was victorious in the men's event, which also saw the return to action of Juice Robinson, while ROH World Women's Champion Athena won the women's event, which saw the official AEW debut of Alex Windsor. In the opener, Katsuyori Shibata, Powerhouse Hobbs, and Samoa Joe of the Ops defeated Claudio Castagnoli, Wheeler Yuta, and Gabe Kidd to retain the AEW World Trios title. And in some tragic news, former NXT wrestler Kevin Nickel was shot and killed late Friday night in Rogers, Arkansas, according to local news outlet KHBS-TV. Police reportedly discovered Nickel with a bullet wound to his abdomen and rushed him to the hospital, where he later died. The incident is reportedly being investigated as a homicide. Nickel wrestled in NXT in 2012 and 2013 under the name Knuckles Madsen, mainly appearing on house shows. From 2021 up until last summer, he'd been wrestling on Texas Independence under the name Ivan Warsaw. Nickel was 41 years old. And before we leave you today, we'd like to remind you that however you consume your content, you can find the wrestling news 24 hours a day and 7 days a week across social media. On Twitter, follow us at Wrestling News AV. Our Facebook page is also Wrestling News AV. The Wrestling News can also be found on the Arcadian Vanguard YouTube page. And for those who utilize Amazon Echo devices, just tell Alexa to play the Wrestling News podcast. And remember to make sure you add podcast at the end. Once again, for daily updates, breaking news, and more, follow the Wrestling News across social media. And that's the news for today. If anything happens, we will be here to tell you about it. No clickbait, no paywall, just the Wrestling News. The Wrestling News is a division of Arcadian Vanguard, and the Wrestling Newscast is a production of the Arcadian Vanguard Podcast Network.